Welcome back, folks, to a brand new video.
Milan. They say it's the capital of fashion and shopping, a city blessed with historical and cultural interest, such as the Milan Cathedral. So if it's your first time visiting, let's take a look at 12 beautiful places to visit in Milan. So let's start this list of the top things to do in Milan, and with the must-see monument of the city, the Duomo di Milano, the symbol of the city located on Piazza del Duomo, the historic centre and the best starting point for a stay in Milan. The construction of the cathedral in 1386 took nearly 500 years, and it was finished under the order of Napoleon Bonaparte, who absolutely wanted to be crowned as king of Italy. So this wonder is the third largest cathedral in the world, after St. Peter's Cathedral in Rome, which is a video you can see on the playlist, and the Cathedral of Seville. From the outside you can admire its facade entirely made up of perfectly carved stones. The 2,000 white marble statues and the 136 arrows make the whole thing super impressive. And I'm sure you'll take a lot of time just marveling at the experience. Number 2. Galleria Vittorio. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of shopping malls, but this is definitely impressive. Constructed during the late 1800s, the Galleria Vittorio is one of the oldest enclosed shopping malls in the world, and it's definitely a top Milan destination. The mall, with blue glass, vaulted ceilings, mosaic flooring, and towering central dome, is absolutely stunning, as well as the interesting high-end couture offered in its shops such as good old Louis Vuitton and Prada. But it's a great way to immerse yourself in the hustle and bustle of Milan. Steeped in tradition and history, Pasticceria Marchesi is one of Milan's oldest and finest pastry shops. It's considered a benchmark for the quality of its fresh patisserie, its signature chocolates, and its classic Milanese panettone. In 1824, the Marchesi family-run pastry shop first opened its doors, and through sheer hard work and dedication, it earned an increasingly widespread reputation, especially for its handmade confections. So if you cut to the early 1900s, the owner, Angelo Marchesi, began serving morning coffee, evening cocktails, and other refreshments in addition to the freshly baked pastries, the cakes, the biscuits, and of course the sweets. So the reason why I highly recommend that you visit is so you get a little taste of history and tradition of Milan. Number 4. Castello Forzesco. Dating back to the 15th century, while my next door neighbours are drilling and really annoying me and this video, Milan's Castello Forzesco was once one of the largest citadels in Europe. Today it houses various museums, numerous important artworks and relics, but it's actually also kind of pleasant to wander around through the courtyard and relax in the sense of history. Now, the buildings and courtyards can be viewed outside without any cost, but I highly recommend that you visit the series of museums that are inside the palace. So once you buy one ticket, you can check out all the museums. Number 5. San Siro. Now, if you didn't know, but you're about to, I am an avid football fan, a Liverpool fan. And the San Siro is a football stadium in the San Siro district of Milan, which is home to AC Milan and the other team, Inter Milan. I'm more of an AC Milan fan from the past, but it's one of the largest stadiums in Europe and the largest in Italy. Now, the reason why I recommend visiting here is it's just not a regular stadium. It is steeped in history. Some of the greatest players who have ever played the game actually played in this stadium, but also represented these very teams. Players like Franco Baresi, Maldini, Marcel Desailly, Jean-Pierre Papin, George Weah, or even Van Basten. So it's more of an experience, the thrill of an epic stadium that's steeped in history, and it will only boost your experience of visiting this wonderful city. Number 6. Navigli. Whilst it's hard to imagine Milan without the mopeds buzzing between the iconic yellow trams and the flashy Italian supercars. But this is a city that used to run on water, not petrol. Out of the many kilometers of canals that used to crisscross the city, only 2 main waterways remain, Naviglio Grande and Naviglio Pavese. Constructed over hundreds of years with input from even Da Vinci himself, Milan's system of canals gave the landlocked city more access to the outside world. So this is a wonderful place to visit in the evenings. Number 7. Quadrilatero della Moda. The heart of exclusive high-end shopping in Milano is very close to the city centre, and most of the designer labels that have made fashion famous all over the world will be found on these very streets. And being in the Italian fashion capital, how can anyone miss out on shopping right here? So it's not only Milan's most exclusive shopping district, but it's also known to be one of the world's most important. So this is a great way just to wander around through the streets of Milan, especially for what it's known for. Number 8. Bosco Verticale. Now, if you're anyone like me that really enjoys random architecture or quirky things in a city, then this could be of interest to you. A vertical forest that was designed by Stefano Buori, and it's become an icon for the concept of urban reforestation. So it's capable of absorbing 30 tons of carbon dioxide every year. So for me, it's a great sight to see, and something which a lot of cities can, take notes about. Number 9. Basilica Sant'Ambrogio. So if you've been spending all your money at the famous Scala Museum and some expensive restaurants and bars, then this particular attraction is free. The basilica was consecrated in 387 by Saint Ambrose, and it was later named after this very saint. The outside is original and curious. It has 2 red brick bell towers and one taller than the other, with an enormous atrium, and is actually nearly as large as the entire church. It contains quite a few archaeological remains. So if you want to wander around and see a particular site that's absolutely free with a lot of history, then the Basilica is one place that you need to head to. Finally, we come to number 10, day trips from Milan. Milan can be a little hectic, and if it's getting a bit too much and you spend a lot of money, then it's time for you to head on a 45-minute train to Pavia. Peaceful Pavia in Italy's Lombardy region. a goldmine of beautiful architecture, medieval towers, and lots of wine. The kind of place where you can sit for hours, people watch in a cafe, right in the centre with an espresso, and enjoy the Italian experience. We come to Lake Como, the most beautiful of the northern Italian lakes. A destination that will seduce you by the amount of opportunities for villa hopping, expensive lunches, and long boat rides. Now, a day trip here either means you can spend a day in the larger town of Como, which is located on the southern tip of the lake, or a day that begins in smaller Varenna. So if you go at the right time of the year, it's one of the best day trips you can take from Milan. And before we end this video, I just want to give a special mention to two more places that you can visit in Milan, which is Santa Maria delle Grazie, which is home to Leonardo da Vinci's all-time great masterpiece, The Last Supper. And lastly, Bar Luce. So it was designed by the American film director Wes Anderson in 2015. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. As always, be good, be kind, and be careful. Peace.